What do you want to be?
Partner in crime. Why not?
Oh yeah, partner in crime. That works for this one.
Oh yeah. You see what we did right there? Ow. Ah.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another intermission edition of Air Candy, aka Season 1.555. I'm your humble host, Colleen, and at my side, virtually of course, is my partner in crime, Seth.
Still here.
On today's minisode, we're talking about bungled crimes. But before we get into that, if you haven't already liked and subscribed to our show, please do so wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss out on any future episodes. If you want to connect with us online, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Air Candy Podcast, and you can also join the Candy Club on Facebook. If you have a question, comment, or episode idea, you can drop us a line on one of the socials or send an email to aircandypodcast@gmail.com, and either Seth or I will get back to you as soon as possible, so hit us up. And with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So we're talking about what? Robbing and thieving.
Straight steady mobbing.
Oh, wow. So, the annals of true crime are filled with some truly amazing heists that were carefully planned and brilliantly orchestrated, right? The following tales... The annals of true crime are filled with some truly amazing heists that were carefully planned and brilliantly orchestrated. However, the following tales that you're about to hear are not those at all.
Nope.
At all.
No. These aren't great stories. I mean, we're not talking about no D.B. Cooper here, right?
No.
These are, okay, they're just
This is not Ocean's 11.
Right.
This is nothing like that. This is like the antithesis of that. You think about the greatest heist pulled off in the history of the world. Think complete opposite of the spectrum. Some person just really screwing something up.
I'm thinking about that Snickers commercial where they have these stupid ass robbers, these bank robbers. I think it's a Snickers commercial, and the guy comes out and he doesn't have a mask on or something. The guys are like, "What are you doing?" I gotta look it up now. I'm not telling it right, but it's freaking hilarious. It kind of reminds me of this. There's some dummies out there. They are dumb.
Yeah, they are. So I think we should just get right into some stories. Do you have one that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we got this one. This one kills me. All right, so it's all about your IDs, right? So you have an ID, and then everybody knows that.
ID or idea?
Your identification.
Okay, ID. Got it.
Right, so you got your ID, and if you've seen Cops once or twice or any of those other things, Live PD or whatever, they pull the license and they say, "Well, looks like you came back here." You get hemmed up, right? So this is one of these, right? So this person, R.C. Gatelin, I'm calling this person out. I don't care. I don't know him. He noticed, the police demonstrating some new ID equipment to these local kids, right? And this is back in '88. So this was new stuff. Nowadays it's whatever, right? So he came interested and he was like, "Oh yeah, show me how this works." So the cop's like, "All right, cool, give me your ID. We'll take a look." And so they pulled it up and do a little quick background check, blah, 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 which is, everybody knows, you've seen this a million times. Back in '88, I guess not so much. Cops wasn't there at the time, right? So when they ran his information, they found out he had a warrant for his arrest for his involvement in a 1986 armed robbery in St. Louis. So this damn idiot was walking the streets. These cops are talking to the kids in the neighborhood. Say, "Oh yeah, check this out. We can do this. We'll keep the streets safe." So this damn idiot was like, "Oh yeah, really? Oh, that sounds really interesting. Oh yeah, hey look, check this out for me." And they said, "Oh yeah, sure." And then just like they called you out on our 420 episode where they pulled your
lock sister up.
Lock sister up. So they get his ass, and he's probably like, "Oh, what?"
He's surprised.
So you idiots out there, if you're over there riding dirty, don't go hanging out with the cops and say, "Oh, this is great new technology. So why don't you check me out, test it on me," and then you get locked up.
Yeah,
So,
that's like, did he forget? I mean,
look, if you rob a bank or rob anything, you're not going to be hanging around the cops looking at their new stuff. It wasn't like, hey, kid, come over here, show us, blah, blah, blah. He probably just said, oh, yeah, this is a good idea. Oh, this is great new technology. Maybe he was trying to be like, he was like, all right, these cops aren't going to find this out. Let me just see if I'm still on the lam like I think I am. And it just,
that was a dumb move.
yeah, like you don't want to go testing the waters on that, especially with
No.
robbery.
Or maybe he thought so much time had passed that he was fine. Like, oh, I'm good. Who knows?
No.
Who knows why people do what they do?
It was in 2000. It was 2000. This is in 1986. He did an armed robbery in St. Louis. This story happened in 1988. So 2 years have passed.
I thought you said 98. So I was thinking like at least decade had passed or something.
No, 88. So 86 to 8. So it was 2 years. Maybe if you run the license 20 years later. No. You're not going to do that. You're going to stay low and you're going to be a law-abiding citizen and not rob.
Keep your head down.
Anybody, right. You're not going to do any armed robberies anymore if you get away with it.
Head down, your nose
be
clean.
Done with it. Right, exactly. So anyway, that's my story.
All right.
What do you got?
That's dumb criminal number one. I got one.
There's plenty more.
There's so many. Oh my goodness. So here's one about a lady named Chastity. She was very worried about her meth. So
I would be too if I was a tweaker.
So she was so worried that she contacted the police about it. And here's how this went down. Officers at the police department in Texas, where she lived, they were trying to catch the county's dumbest drug users. So they posted a fake Facebook story about, get this, Ebola-tainted meth.
Oh my God.
The post said, if you have recently purchased meth or heroin in Central Texas, please take it to the local police or sheriff department so that it can be screened with a special device. Do not use it until it has been properly checked for the Ebola contamination.
It's just funny just hearing it. I know.
Right? This chick reads this on Facebook. She sees the post and she's like worried, like, oh no, my meth could be dangerous. And then she takes it, right. Oh, it's it's not dangerous all on its own. But yeah, so she just marched on down and was like, here's my possibly Ebola-tainted meth.
And
lock sister up. That's what happened.
Lock sister up. That's exactly what happened. Put the handy-dandy wrist warmers on her.
Right. Here's another one. Miss Eloise stretched the limits of to serve and protect when she approached a policeman and asked him to help her get her money back for the poor quality crack cocaine she'd just purchased.
Aw.
She showed him the crack, which she had tucked away in her mouth, and of course he then placed her under arrest.
Lock sister up.
Right. Just keep locking these sisters up.
Yeah, they just locking these sisters up left and right. Look, man, you will do some crazy stuff if you haven't slept for 3 days and you're tweaking on, the meth or the crack.
Right?
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I don't live that life. These people are dumb as hell. All right, so you got another one? I got one that's funny as hell, too.
I have another one.
Yeah, go ahead. Do yours.
So there's this woman in Alabama.
One. All these sisters out here, crazy.
Right? This woman in Alabama, and this is back in 2019, she's feeling a little unloved by her husband. She starts to get it in her head that he's cheating on her, just stereotypical chick who thinks her man's fooling around on her, right? She decides that the best course of action would be to call in a false burglary to the police to try to catch her husband in the act of cheating.
Okay. I'm listening.
What had happened was the police come to the house. The husband's not cheating or doing anything. However, the police found several illegal substances and paraphernalia in her house, including stuff in their 5-year-old child's bedroom.
Oh my God. Was it the crack?
It was cocaine, marijuana, meth, I think. There's a bunch of stuff. But she was charged with possession and chemically endangering a child.
Good night. These people out here are tripping.
Like, if you're that hard pressed to see if your man is cheating on you, and you're gonna call the cops, and you know that you have drugs in your house, in your stuff, like in her underwear drawer. Like, it's not like, oh, it's just in the house. It's like she knew it was hers. Why are you going to call the cops to your house? Why not call Cheaters, the show, or do something? Or a neighbor or a friend in the trailer park or whatever, and just have them come look. See, peer in the window.
Because you're a tweaker. I mean, that's the only answer I got right there. I don't know.
Shit's bananas. Next.
What's wrong with these people? I mean, look. Now, hold on. We're not going next yet. All right, listen to this. All right. Lock sister up. She gone.
Yeah.
Right?
Plus, a lot of them.
Lock her up, too. They all get them all out of here. But, see, the thing is, with some of you females out here, y'all are so conniving. So she must have been crazy because, what the sister should have done was taking that stuff and planted it and been like, planting it in her man, her husband, whatever, drawer or something like that, and then call the police. Get your stuff out of that. I'm just saying, y'all are just y'all.
I don't think she wanted to get him in trouble. She just wanted to see if he was, dipping his, what in a different. Mm-hmm. How do you want to say a pool? Well, what? I don't know.
Dipping his pen in the company ink.
There you go. In some other ink.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, she got locked up. She gone. All right. So this one, I got one too, and you know what? Yours are better than mine because I got this Bama over here. Look, now I've seen a lot of cops and a lot of stuff goes on in Arizona. So prefaces, listeners that are in Arizona, y'all got to write in the aircandypodcast@gmail.com and please confirm or deny that you guys are this damn crazy. All right. So, and this wasn't all that long ago. Well, depending on how old you are. This is in 2007. This guy, he robbed a bank while he's being chased by the ghetto bird, the cops, and all that. While they're chasing this dude, he pulls into a convenience store. He runs inside. The dude goes in and asks for a pack of cigarettes. Quickly.
Hurry. I'm in a hurry.
Right. I'm in a hurry. I got to take a pee, man.
I need a pack of cigarettes. Make it snappy.
Right, exactly.
I got places to go.
Don't make me call your manager, Shay. Don't make me call your manager.
Hurry up and pass me the smokes.
You look like a good kid. I don't want to ruin your life. Give me a pack of cigarettes, eh?
Hurry up.
So this damn fool gets a pack of cigarettes. He gets them. He gets out. So I don't know what the cops are doing. I figured they would, stop the place. So who knows how far he got. Ghetto Bird's probably on him, but they thought he was probably crazy. He was. So he goes out there. He gets a pack of cigarettes, right? Cashier gives him the smokes, right? He rolls out. He's still on the road running. This is like an OJ type situation because OJ was taking like a Sunday drive. They're just following him and all. They had like half the police force out there. So they're doing the same thing because they let OJ do that. So I guess I could believe this too. Now OJ was in LA, but whatever. So then they end up getting him later on. And he didn't even get a chance to smoke that cigarette. Womp womp.
Well, if he had just kept on going, gotten away safely, and then got some cigarettes, then maybe he could have enjoyed his nicotine. But c'est la vie.
Well, the best way that he could have gone out, he could have done this, right? He could have done this because this is in Arizona. Never mind. Where's the Grand Canyon? The Grand Canyon's in what state? I don't know.
I'm ashamed to admit that I can't answer that question.
Jesus, I know. The Grand Canyon is somewhere in the United States. Damn, we're terrible people. God, oh my God. So anyway. So you can pull a Thelma and Louise. I'm thinking like, all right, you know what you need to do? Like, you can go on like you can go out.
In the blaze of glory.
Right, exactly. Smoke that cigarette. Just light that thing up. Just rolling nice and low. Because obviously these cops are not willing to wreck this guy. So they're not doing anything. If they let this fool go inside the doggone convenience store to get a pack of cigarettes and then, all right, guys, and action. Continue the chase. So he should have just opened that pack, smoked it, gone off the road. And just hit that and just drove his ass off a cliff. Now that's a way to go out.
Sure.
But that's just me. That's just me.
If you want to go out, and turn the lights out. But he clearly was just trying to get away.
We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that.
We ain't going out.
Continuation from our 420 episode.
Right. Sorry.
For those who are not listening,
ganja.
That devil's lettuce.
Well, since we're talking about drugs again, I got another story.
Oh, God. Another meth sister.
No, this is a fella.
Oh, okay. Okay, fella.
And it's not meth. So, police at Barcelona airport arrested a Colombian man suspected of trying to smuggle. This is so
God,
funny.
Here we go.
Half a kilo of cocaine into Spain. Guess where he tried to smuggle it and conceal it?
Wait a minute. Just give me 5 seconds. Let me think about it. In his crotch.
No.
Like the front side.
This dummy put it under his wig. A bad wig. A bad toupee at that. So imagine a freaking half a kilo cocaine. That's like the size of a giant sweet potato. Okay? He's got it on his head, and then a carpet of hair laying on top of that. And he's just like walking through customs. Like, nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
Oh,
and someone's like, something's fishy with this guy.
Something's not passing the sniff test.
Something's looks a little high. Like his head looks a little out of proportion. What's going on here? And you can actually see the mugshot, and in the mugshot they actually in the side profile they have the hair, the toupee still on, and then the front version, it's off, and you can see the kilo just chilling on his head like a friggin' potato.
He's lump.
It's this. When they asked him to remove his wig, they found the packet of cocaine, 503 grams of it, glued to his head. I guess that's why it's still on there in the mugshot, because it's like literally glued to his head.
Because it's evidence. Like, look, we can't be touching this. This is a crime scene. This guy's head's a crime scene.
It's
so
so funny. I can't even.
Man, I was thinking that it was gonna make him. He put a half a kilo, like, in his crotch, make him look like he got a big ass boner.
Right? That would have been probably a better choice if you're gonna smuggle that. But yeah, this guy thought it was a good idea just to glue it to the crown of his head and lay a toupee on top of it.
Just going through the TSA like he had a big ass erection.
I cannot wait for you to see the picture of this, because it's the most ridiculous thing that this guy even thought that this would work.
Dude, put it in the show notes.
I will. In the show notes. It's going in the show notes.
Either put it in the show notes. Actually, you know what? You should put it in the. You should post it in Air Candy Club.
I will.
Candy Club. Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Do it in our group.
I will.
To let folks look at this and be like, "What is going on?
Can you believe? What's the deal with that?"
You're so good at that. I love it when you say that.
I'm pretty good at impersonations for some reason.
I know, man. You are good. Like, me and my Be Real impersonations are freaking terrible.
It's not that bad.
It's from the bong.
Okay, maybe it is.
That's terrible. You guys want some cookies?
No, you guys want some cookies? I didn't do a good job on that either.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. So I'm all out of stories. I mean,
I have one more, and this one, you're not gonna like this one.
Is it a brother or a sister?
It's a brother.
Dang it. I'm trying to have it be more sisters.
You keep wanting to say, lock sister up.
I know. Lock sister up.
So this happened in, let me see, what year was it? 2019, December. And it happened in Wisconsin.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Time out. Explain to me why I'm not going to like this. Because I'm not a criminal, for one. I'm not a dumb criminal, for two. So why the hell am I not going to like this?
Well, why don't you just wait and find out?
Fine. All right.
Okay.
Continue.
You'll understand once the story starts to go. You'll be like, all right.
Fine.
So, December 2019. A family comes home, and the dogs start barking at the bedroom closet that evening.
I'm already crossing my arms and being
I know.
Like, this is some bullshit. Like, what is this story?
I knew I was waiting. I was like, he's not going to like this. They come home. The dogs start barking at the bedroom closet door.
Boy, oh, God. Here we go. I live by myself.
Right. The woman and another family member tried to open the closet door, but couldn't. They then saw fingers sticking out from inside the door holding it shut.
Nope.
I know, exactly.
Nope.
Suddenly came a voice that said, "Ho, ho, ho," from inside the closet. And then he told the family members not to open the closet door because it would ruin their Christmas surprise if they did.
Was it July?
No, it was December.
I know, I'm just being stupid.
Oh. So they called 911, and during that time of them calling 911, the guy left, but the police tracked his footprints, and he's now hence the guy who posed as Santa Claus in the closet. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that kind of reminds me. I don't know, man. You know what? You know what that reminds me of? You're going to laugh when I tell you this. Have you ever seen the movie The Grinch? When he's at the Santa, and he just said, "Oh," he tried to play it off the whole time to the little kid.
Exactly. Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing, except the Grinch is a fictional character, and this guy's a real life idiot.
I mean, I didn't like it because you and I both, we were afraid of home invasion. So just the thought of coming home, seeing fingers holding a closet door, and you hear someone going ho ho ho, you don't know what's going on in there.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like,
don't open the door, ruin your Christmas surprise.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? I was dude, I'm in a relationship. Ain't no hoes in here.
What the heck? Shit is crazy. So we told some stories. I mean, you got some personal anecdotes here?
All right, I got one. So this is about bungled idiots, or, we've been talking about idiots the whole time. So I got one. This is a college story. I forgot what year. It could have been my sophomore, junior year. Back in the day, I'm old and dusty. So in our rooms, we had, it was 2 closets. It was one wall, hanging clothes, blah, 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 blah. So in the middle, you could put a TV. Right on top, it was just a shelf to put shoes or pretty much whatever you want up there. So we had this VHS porn collection that was on the top. So we used to watch at our leisure. It was just up there, right? So we're sitting there one day. We're watching TV.
Share the love.
No, we're not. We're just watching regular TV. We're not watching porn. We're just watching TV, but we're looking up there. And, I don't know how many tapes it was. Let's just say it was 8 or 10, right? But there's a gap, meaning one was missing. We're looking, okay, so where's such and such? So we hit eject on the VHS. There's no tape in there. So we're like, okay, where's this porn? All right, whatever, man. It could be behind a thing, behind some shoebox or whatever. Who knows, right? So we just forgot about it, right? Week later or so, it's back. So we're like, okay. So I was thinking, all right, well, it's back there, whatever. And I just didn't think anything about it. So then again, a couple of days, weeks go by. Now it's a different tape that's missing. And so now we're like, okay, so where's such and such? You know how porns have these crazy names.
Where's Debbie Does Dallas?
Yeah, Penis in Paradise. You know, they're really stupid ass names. Right? So where's such and such, right? And so we do the same thing again. All right, we hit the eject button. It's not in there. We look around. So now we're like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So then we kind of look under the random places. Okay, maybe it's slid underneath the couch because we had a couch in our room. Maybe it's under the couch. Maybe it's under here. Looked around. I was like, okay, something's really off now. What is going on with this? And so we're like, okay, now we start getting okay, someone's coming in here. There has to be a porn thief. And so we're thinking of all this stuff. And this is back in the day, so we didn't have any camcorders, and phones definitely weren't doing no video recording. If they were, it was a whole bunch of pixelated, robotic, there wasn't no HD video. Long story short, we're it's probably a freaking RA that's probably coming in here and doing something. So I actually called out one of the dudes. I was like, "You've been coming up in here, man." And the Bama tried to deny it. And I was like, "Come on, man, you coming up in here," because he was our floor RA. So he was one of the people. I was like, okay, well, if it's not him, it's the other RA, right? So then this Bama confessed. This dude was coming up in here when knowing that we were not in here, coming in here, taking the porn, enjoying the porn, and then like it's a fucking library. He's going.
That's what I was
there.
gonna say. It sounds. I mean, they're returning it, so they're just
right,
borrowing like it's a freaking library or freaking Blockbuster back in the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Blockbuster video.
Hey, I see what you did right there. Blockbuster. Boo, boo. Oh, boy. I made a mess myself.
Okay. But wait. Was he taking it and enjoying it in his own room? Or was he enjoying it in your room while you were not there?
In his own room, because they were missing for a number of days, and they would like return.
Well, at
and
least
then
he
another
brought
one
them
was
back.
missing.
That's
someone going in through your stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. He could have asked, and I'm sure you guys would be like, yeah, man, borrow it.
100%. Has like, look, man, you want to take angry anal? You can go ahead and take it.
Who wants angry anal? I don't think anybody wants that. No. Nobody wants that, Seth.
Well, folks in Hawaii are definitely into that stuff.
Aloha.
Aloha. So, folks that do not know what the hell we're talking about, go back to our fetishes, our freaky deaky fetishes, and in season 1, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I make that sound; it's pretty terrible. Colleen hates it, so I still do it on occasion.
Everybody hates it. It's his fisting impression.
So anyway, so that's my story. So I don't call him dude out. He ended up apologizing. I didn't make a big stink about it. I didn't really care. I was like, just don't go. Look, if you need a damn porn, just go ahead and get it from me, man. You just ask me for it. Don't go coming here and taking stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I know you. You would have been like, sure, man, here you go.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Here's 3 of them. Go for
it.
I
know. We got 10 up here. Just
wipe it off before you bring it back.
Oh boy, I made a mess. So you got a story for us and the listeners.
Well, the only story I can tell about myself is that I know it's really lame because I was little and I was at the grocery store with my grandmother. I was real little, and there happened to be this little tiny, like teeny tiny toy just sitting there, and I took it and I walked out with it when we left, and then I started crying when we got to the car.
Oh my God!
What's wrong? And I was like, I was overcome with so much guilt
that you confessed that you stole something.
Yeah, so I took it back in. I'm a little kid, like real little, and I walked back in. And I was like, and they, of course, were like, "It's okay," and they let me keep it because it was
really?
Like a piece of junk. It wasn't anything like. I don't know. It was probably something that some other kid had dropped on the floor because I felt like it didn't even belong there. But I thought in my little mind that I had stolen something, and I felt so bad. That just burst into tears, and I went back in and was like, I took this.
Oh my gosh.
Told on myself.
You just done told on yourself.
Yeah. Lock sister up.
Yeah, lock sister up. You should have got locked up back when you were a kid. Lock sister up. I don't care.
I'm not going to lock up like a 4-year-old.
I don't care if she's 4. Lock sister up. Lock her up. Teach her a lesson. Yeah, I'll smack you. I was a thief when I was a kid. When I was small, I was a little thief. I was just steal stuff all the time. I had sticky fingers, and I ain't talking about onyx. You know what I mean? I was a little thief, but it was just little stuff, and just like you're talking about, it might have been like a little pack of gum or something. I had some sticky fingers when I was small like that, but I got out of that because there's laws and things that you have to kind of abide by when you get older. So
make sure you stick to those laws.
Right. All right. So if it was now, what would you think? Like, if you were a dumb criminal, what do you think that you would mess up really good right now?
Everything, because I have no poker face. I would not be able to get away with anything.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Like that's it. Like end of story. Nothing.
Yeah. That's a dumb question. If you turn yourself in when you're 4, now you're it's like, hey guys, you know what? I took this. How old are you now?
Just telling. No.
A woman never tells.
Exactly.
Oh, Viva de Milo.
What's funny is that as I get older, I forget how old I am. Like sometimes I'm like, how old am I? And I truly do not remember.
You are old. All right, fine. All right, guys, I am 44. Wait a minute. Am I 40? Yeah, I am 44 years old.
It takes a second.
You're like, wait a minute. I'm running out of fingers. I'm like, wait a minute. 1, 2. Okay. So
I do have a story about me being robbed.
Okay, by a dumb criminal? I want a dumb criminal.
Yes and no. This is another thing that happened in 1997 in North Carolina during that time in my life. Okay. I left to come back to Maryland to visit, real short visit, And when I came back, everything was stolen. All my electronics, my CDs, my radio, the fish tank had been unplugged, so all my fish had died. Like, it was just a scene. It was bad. The worst thing, besides the fish dying and all my music and things being taken, like everything was gone, was that these robbers
took a dump.
No. Thank goodness. What they did do, however, was help themselves to my leftovers in the fridge. Because right before I had left, I had made a dish of chicken something or other. And I had like a pan of it, like a half a pan of it left or whatever. And I wasn't going to be gone long, so I figured I'll just leave it in the fridge.
Yeah.
These people that robbed my place helped themselves to the leftovers, reheated it, took out plates, ate on them, and then ate it all, and then left the dirty dishes in the sink for me to clean up.
The level of disrespect.
Right?
The level of disrespect.
You know. And then so I call the cops, they come, and they do fingerprint. I mean, all this to say that I never found out who it was. Nobody was ever charged with anything, because they couldn't get anything from anything. So it was just like, great, all my shit's stolen. They ate my leftovers, left a mess for me to clean up.
Man,
I felt so disrespected.
That's just an insult to injury. Like, really, I mean, look, you can take my stuff, man, but don't take my leftovers, man. Especially, when you don't have a pot to piss in now. At least you have your chicken marsala, and then they just go ahead and they eat it. Yeah, right? It's like, man, that's just like kicking a man while he down, man. That's terrible.
There's an old song by Common when he was still Common Sense back in the day. And in this song, there's lyrics in there that retell a very similar story. And I remember hearing that song and being like, that should happen to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that song came out before or after. I'd have to go back and look at the year, because I really don't remember off the top of my head. I think it came out before, but either way, I lived that story, and it did not feel good at all. Because then, after the cops leave, there's like dust all over the place, the blue black dust everywhere, and they don't, it's just more mess to clean up.
I'm surprised that they even were doing that. I mean, I figured that was just on TV, the way they're doing that.
No, they dusted for fingerprints everywhere, because all my shit was stolen.
Dang.
Yeah.
It was an inside job. They must have known if you were gone
I think
for a while.
So, too. I mean, to this day, I definitely think so. I've had a lot of things happen to me like that, and when I look back and stuff, I'm like, it was definitely somebody that knew me, and that makes it even fucking worse.
Yeah, I know. It really does. I've never been got like that before. I never been got, because I've always had roommates that are always home, and, I just don't trust a lot of people. So, I'm not saying that you were very trusting, but you're just in a bad situation. Whatever, it happens. But
no, I am very trusting. I always was. That's always been one of a characteristic of mine that is, it's good and bad. Can go either way.
It can, especially when you get gotten to kill your fish for no reason.
Yeah, and eat my chicken.
So, all right, well, that was good. So if you guys have any stories that you want to share with us, we can put it even on a confession corner, guys. So.
Yeah.
Tell us, you can go in Air Candy Club.
Yeah.
You can put it there. You can send us an email. Feels like we don't really get a lot of emails. I mean, we get the confession corners in there, but that's kind of it. So if you just want to post in the socials or give us a DM, give us some stories or give us a link or something, we can definitely put it up. Candy Club is off the hook right now. A lot of funny stuff going on. So definitely get in there with some more bungled stuff. And we may post a couple of things too, so you guys can get a good laugh, because we had a good time. You got any shout outs for us?
I just appreciate everybody's continued support and engagement online and offline. And also, we are looking for people to continue joining us in the green room for future episodes. So if you're interested, hit us up.
Absolutely. Come on in. We would love some guests. We definitely want to try that out. We're still really new at this. This is completely social distance at this time. So it's definitely interesting what Colleen and I are doing. This has not been face-to-face, not one time. So think about the logistics of that, y'all. And we are doing it, and we're doing it really well.
Yeah.
Shout out to law enforcement. I mean, you're getting these idiots off the damn street, these tweakers, these crazy motherfuckers out here. So shout out to law enforcement. The guys are actually doing the right thing out there in our communities, doing the right thing. So if you are law enforcement and you want to share something, you can send us an email too. Don't tell us your name. Give us a really good story. Give us some real life stuff. I don't care what state you're from.
You can remind people, too, that if they do want to send something anonymously, you can go through gorillamail.com and send a completely anonymous email.
Yeah, absolutely. After all that being said, Colleen, take us home, baby.
So thank you guys so much for listening and spending time with us today. Please don't forget to subscribe to our show so you don't miss out on any future episodes. If you have a question, comment, or episode idea, or if you just want to drop us a line to say hello, you can reach us on Facebook and Instagram at Air Candy Podcast, or send an email to aircandypodcast@gmail.com. So hit us up because we want to connect with you. And until next time,
peace.
Don't get caught out there.
And I'm spent. Don't get caught up.
Lock sister up.
I can hear that happening right now, man. Oh Lord. Colleen, take us home, baby.
I'm gonna wait till this plane passes. You hear how loud it is?
Yeah, I just heard it. Sounds like a fucking earthquake.
I know.
It's like, oh my God, are you okay?
Good job, Wiener.
You're right, yeah. Good job, Wiener. Good job, Wiener.